what's up guys? Red Wolf here. So I wanted to review some old cartoons that some of you probably might have never heard of, and one of them is Bionic Titans, which I can't really say is an old cartoon because it came out like 9 years ago, which was around 2010, and aired on a certain network that will not be mentioned. Now, I don't know where to start, but I'd like to express and tell everyone that I am completely blown away of another masterpiece from one of my favorite animators ever, Gendy Tarakatsuki, which I'm sure his last name is kind of hard to pronounce for some of you. When has he ever disappointed you? Like, I don't think he has ever done so, and probably never will. I loved Dexter's Laboratory, Samurai Jack, the micro series of Star Wars Clone Wars from 2003, and his two features of Hotel Transylvania. And now I have another favorite of mine in the library, and that is exactly this beautiful but badass cartoon, which we barely get anymore. And that is, again, Bionic Titan. Now, although I haven't been able to see this cartoon until my later years of high school, not that it didn't interest me. In fact, I was so busy in my high school years, and it was very hard for me to ever find this show. And when I finally got the chance, I fell in love with it already from the first episode. Like, I was so hooked that I couldn't resist finishing the entire series. Like, it's really that good. And let me tell you, it's often rare for me to get this true feeling of satisfaction from a flawless show, especially from a cartoon in the 2010s. There are so many things I want to tell you, but again, I promise, no revealing spoilers. Now, to start off, the animation is probably the best thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The design is incredible, beautiful, creative, and very detailed. The characters have to be some of the most original creations I've ever imagined. So we have Lance, who's like the cool lone wolf who never gives up, and is always there whenever you need him. Alana with a single doubt, as Gendy himself expressed that she's a strong lead character. She's funny, very loyal, plus very beautiful. Now let's get to Octus. And I don't care what some might think of him, because he's got some of the most interesting capabilities an android like him can do for humanity. And I could honestly say that I'd consider him more human than any of us people. I know this might sound pretty crazy, but I've always loved the shows involving robots, and I was very pleased to see a robot having such involving personality. He's incredibly smart, nice, and always helpful when you need him. But the good thing I really enjoy from each episode is that they are never repetitive and never disappoints me in any way. This show feels like it has all and never gets unbalanced. They're very well built up and sometimes stylized in a good way, but there's also some hints of the lighthearted comedy and a good balance of drama without overreacting. Seriously, I've been very disappointed with TV shows these days, and it's been incredibly hard to find worth watching TV shows, especially on certain networks. Cartoon Network. Sorry people, just had a bad cough today. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, shows like Regular Show, Steven Universe, The Amazing World of Gumball, and Adventure Time were fine shows. But, like, why can't we get, like, some really cool, like, badass action cartoons again, man? Like, it just doesn't make any sense anymore, man. And this is where I get even more pissed off. The show's cancellation. Bionic Titans was apparently canceled because Cartoon Network couldn't get a damn toy line. Yep. But I will say there is still hope for a revival. Let's just keep our fingers crossed we can bring this show back either on Netflix or Adult Swim on Toonami. But all in all, this was one of the most underappreciated cartoons that was ever delivered. I highly recommend you watch this show to anybody who enjoys action cartoons and giant robots. If you grew up in the 90s watching animes like Gundam Wing or Megas XLR in the 2000s, this show right here is a must-watch. And I give Bionic Titans a 10 out of 10. This is Red Wolf signing out, and I'll see you next time. Peace.